you want American?
I'm creating!
It is Monday around 7 p.m. and I am aboard Esper, which is the boat belonging to Liz and Jamie of Follow the Boat. And they are downstairs editing videos and preparing dinner while I am up on deck enjoying a beautiful sunset. So these last couple of weeks out on the boat have been very interesting for me, at times very painful, because I am by myself. I am away from my home in Shanghai, my girlfriend, my dog, my company, everything that sort of helps to define who I am. And this trip is really meant to explore what comes next. What am I doing next? Where am I living next? And to be honest, it's been pretty painful and at times very terrifying. But as I'm working through it, and as I'm sailing around, and as I'm spending time with friends who are out here living on their own boats, I'm starting to become more calm and more centered, and starting to see with better perspective what it is that life has to offer, and the choices that I can make. It is Tuesday morning, about 10 a.m., and I'm here at anchor next to Liz and Jamie over on Esper. We are off the coast of Langkawi in a bay on the backside of a little part of town called Kua. And this morning we're going to head into town for some shopping and to also put fuel and water on board my boat, which means that we need to motor my boat over to the Royal Langkawi Yacht Club in order to start that process.
Just getting the lines ready. We've been told we're on the starboard side, so of course she probably means port starboard rather than starboard, but we'll find out.
So we are now in a slip at the Royal Langkawi Yacht Club, which is on the island of Langkawi in Malaysia. We've tied up here, we've brought some water on board, and now myself and Liz and Jamie are going to head into town for some shopping. So I'm here at the Immigration, Customs and Harbor Master office in Langkawi. I've actually already checked in with the Harbor Master and with Immigration, but on the day that I came, Customs was closed, so now I have to come back and try again. Well, we've picked up a car and we're gonna head into town. Unfortunately, I wasn't successful getting my clearance through Customs because they are once again off at lunch. It seems like in that office they're always off at lunch. Anyway, no worries, I'll go back tomorrow and try again. Laga is a big marina on the west side of Langkawi, and now that we've finished with our shopping and provisioning, we're going to find some dinner and some beer. Right, so we've made it back to the marina with all of our stuff from shopping, fish shops and grocery stores. We're gonna load everything on board and then we're going to call it a night. Right, it is 10 a.m. on Friday. It's October 28th, and we've just pulled the anchor. Liz and Jamie behind me there on Esper, and we're leaving Langkawi heading for Thailand. And along the way, we're going to try to find some remote anchorage that's near here to Langkawi to spend the night. about noon, and we have been motoring at a pretty slow rate against a very strong current towards this group of islands up here where we're going to anchor for the night. And as you can see, there's a little bay inside of here with cliffs very close on all sides, and so we're going to be navigating through this narrow space and then finding a place to park for the night. Well, we safely navigated that pass and have put our anchors down here inside this beautiful little bay, surrounded on all sides by these mountains and trees. And you can see Esper with Liz and Jamie over there getting their anchor down. So this is going to be where we camp out for the night. Very, very nice place to relax. It is about 7:40 in the morning on Saturday, and I am at anchor here off this beautiful little island group next to Langkawi with Liz and Jamie aboard Esper. And this morning we're going to raise anchor and head over to Satun, which is in Thailand, and put our boats into a boatyard called PSS for some maintenance and repairs. Now we have been motoring towards Satun in Thailand for the last few hours. We still have a few hours to go before we enter the river that leads to the little estuary where PSS Boatyard is located. It is 9:45, that's Bangkok time, because we've now switched over, we're in Thailand. And I am following behind Liz and Jamie on Esper as we are entering the channel that leads to PSS Boatyard. This channel is very narrow, and we need to follow it pretty precisely because the water in here is very shallow, and it's only inside that channel and at high tide that we're able to go in and out of this particular estuary. Approaching 11 a.m. and we are in Thailand now. We've made it through the trickiest part of this channel where the water gets really shallow and are now heading up to a spot where yachts anchor out in the river. We're going to anchor out overnight, and then tomorrow morning we're going to take Esper into the boatyard, and then the day after that we'll take Synchronicity into the boatyard. Now that we've arrived in the place where we want to anchor the boats for the night, I have to get the anchor down, which when you're sailing solo is a little bit tricky because you don't have someone up on the bow to drop the anchor or to help set it. So I'll show you guys what it looks like when you do it by yourself. Liz and Jamie are doing the same thing right now, but as you can see, Jamie has got Liz up on the bow of the boat, so she's the one who's going to drop the anchor while he controls the steering and the forward motion. So we're in about 6 meters of water, which means I need to put out scope of that times 4 or 5, which would be about 24 or 30 meters. A little orange mark that went by is where I have 30 meters of chain. I've got it marked every 10 meters, and right now the boat is already in reverse, very slow reverse, and so it's backing down on this anchor as we're standing here. So it feels like the anchor has grabbed on the bottom and we're not moving. What you do as a trick is to stare at the trees on the shoreline, and if you see them transiting one another, if they're moving in relation to one another, you know you're still moving. But if we look at the trees here, everything's stationary even though the boat is in reverse. And that's it. Turn the motor off, the anchor's down, and we can now sit back and relax and enjoy the beautiful scenery.